Hi everyone and welcome, my name is Dora and this is update number 6 to my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. I hope you're enjoying this new messy background. I thought it'd be a little bit more interesting than just staring at a pretty much white wall. So as of last update, I've been working on 4 different eyeshadows at a time with the goal, of course, to hit pan. And I do have a couple of rollouts this month. But let's start with a shadow with the least amount of uses. Since my last update, I've only used this shadow once, and that's a shadow from a BH Cosmetics limited edition palette called Doja Cat Visions. The shade I randomized is the shade Rustle. It's a mint matte shade. At my last update, I was at 9 total uses. I've used it a further 1 time, like I said. So after 10 total uses, I was able to hit pan in this shadow. And here's that shadow for you and that teeny tiny pan. I didn't continue to work on this. I could have used it, you know, 1 or 2 extra times to expand that pan, but I just didn't feel like wearing a mint matte eyeshadow. I've really been getting into brown neutrals lately. I know I say this a lot, but yeah, even though I'm wearing a different look today, but yeah, I just wasn't feeling the blue. But that's fine. It's a rollout, it's a pan. I don't need to continue to work on it. And here's a swatch of Rustle. It is really nice. A lot of the times I was wearing this with Twilight, a very dark midnight blue matte shade from the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette that's in my project level up. I'm still working on that project, by the way. There should be an update coming soonish, so yeah, stay tuned for that. And that was a really nice mix. I did enjoy that, but yeah, still happy this is rolling out. And so happy that I managed to hit my first pan in this monochromatic palette. The next shadow I have used twice since my last update, and I'm actually wearing it today 2 times. All over my lid and then also as a blush. And this is a Revolution shade. It comes from the I Heart Revolution Mini Cherry Please palette. And I randomized it at my last update, and it's just shade number 5, which is here, and it's this beautiful peachy corally shadow here, quite pink leaning, a matte. I'll give you a little swatch as well. So yeah, only 2 uses on this shadow, and I am going to veto this one just because, yeah, I'm just not feeling these colors right now. I'm working on a pink shadow in my Pan That palette right now, a pink Franken, and I'm really trying very hard to make really good progress with it. Possibly finish it for the next update, or at least for the following. So this is conflicting a lot. I know I could like technically use it as a crease blend out shade, but yeah, I've got like a separate look going with the PTP shadow, and it doesn't seem necessary. So I'm gonna kick this one out, and I think 2 uses, and it's only for the fact that I wanted to film an update today. I think it's okay. I can let go of it and roll something else in instead that I actually hand select from a palette, whereas this shadow was randomized. My next shadow comes from another Revolution palette. This is the Revolution Pro Ultimate Eye Look palette in So Jaded. I really quite like it. It's a quad, and I rolled in and randomized the shade number 3, a very fine pressed glitter. Here's a swatch of it. It's very foiled, metallic, quite dry actually, so it's more of a topper rather than, yeah, I don't think I would want to apply this onto the lid without any other powder eyeshadow underneath it. I'm wearing it today as well on top of this look. So I have the Cherry Please number 5 all over the lid, like I said, and then a rusty brown orangey matte shadow in the outer corner, and then this one on top, and the other outer corner shadow comes from my Pan That palette. I'm really trying to use the Pan That palette eyeshadow in every look that I'm doing. So here we go with this one. I have used it 8 times, which I don't think is too shabby, considering I only rolled it in at my last update. But because I'm only applying it with my finger, yes, there's some disturbance here in this pan, but I'm nowhere near even a dip at this point. But I do enjoy this shadow, so I'm definitely going to keep this one in. It's only 1 veto per month. Yeah. And then finally, I rolled in the shade Outer Eyelid, or shade number 2 from the Natasha Denona Glam palette. And at my last update, I was at 7 total uses. I've now used the shadow a further 11 times and I'm at a total of 18 uses. It's the second shimmer I've hit pan on in a Natasha Denona palette. I had the My Dream palette in Project Level Up for level 1, and I checked, and for that shimmer shadow it took me 19 uses to hit pan, and the pan is a little bit smaller and I could do pan within 18 uses here, and the pan is slightly bigger than the other one. But yeah, here we go. It's a beautiful shadow. I really enjoyed it. And that last one, it was yesterday, I was really trying to get a pan. I knew I would have used it again today. Of course I did hit pan, so I didn't need to do that. But yeah, I just tried it all over my lid. Whereas a lot of the times it was worn as an outer corner shadow within those 18 uses. I mean, the color story does look really nice, but yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to that minty green, to the peachy coral, and to that brown shimmery, slightly cool tone Natasha Denona shadow as well. So the only one staying in is that coppery, lovely glittery topper here by Revolution. Okay, let's roll in 3 new eyeshadow palettes. I'm super excited to see what I'm going to get. I still have quite a few palettes in my collection where I haven't hit pan yet. I'm going to insert that number here somewhere so you can see, and what percentage of palettes I have not yet hit pan on within my collection. I know I have 46 palettes, so there you go. I will be randomizing 3 palettes, but then choosing the shadow myself. I really want to find something that is going to complement my Pan That palette. I'm going to insert a picture of what my Pan That palette was looking like at my last Pan That palette update as well. Maybe I'll leave it here for reference so that you can see what I'm referring to when I'm choosing shadows from these randomized palettes. Okay, let's start. Oh, okay, cool. So this is my Essence Welcome to Miami palette. That's really cool. I've still got a pink shimmer in there that I'm trying to hit pan on in Doja Pan My Battleship. So I think it'd be really good to bring that one out and focus on it for 2 projects at the same time. Very happy. Oh, another Natasha Denona palette. This is a 5 pan palette called Ayana. And I'm working on a shadow in there for another project as well, which I've got in Graveyard Project Pan. That's really cool. I've got a green shimmery shadow, and I'll show you. Yeah, I'll pick something. That'll be interesting. Okay, cool. 3rd and final palette. XX Revolution Mint Master Luxx. I've never worked on this palette. This is very exciting. Okay, let me grab those palettes because I've literally got them in front of me here, so I don't even have to go away. I can bring you along on this journey. You can't see my drawer, but it is very heavy, I can assure you. Here's my Essence Welcome to Miami palette. Here's what this palette is looking like. I've already hit pan in this lilac-y matte shade, I believe last year in Pan Those Eyeshadows. This is the shadow I've got in Doja Pan My Battleship. So I'm not 100% sure yet what to choose, but I'll do that once I've seen the other 2 palettes. Right, that's very exciting. Then I had the Ayana palette, which is up here in my everyday makeup drawer. And here's what this one looks like. I got it from Ruth, link up here. And this is a shadow I'm trying to finish this year. Yeah, making some good progress on that one. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. It's probably gonna be the shimmer in the middle, although that's probably really, really similar to some of the other shimmers in my Pan That palette. Bit of a tough one, but I think I'm starting to have an idea. And then finally the XX Revolution Mint Master Luxx palette. I can see it, it's right here. So convenient, I don't have to do a ton of rummaging. Here is this palette. And here's what it looks like. Lots of options. Ooh, I'm kind of drawn to these purples here. That could be really fun as we're shifting, slowly shifting into autumn. I'm gonna bring out my Pan That palette. Yeah, if you don't want a spoiler for my Pan That palette update, then just skip a little bit or close your eyes. But I'm sort of right in the middle of 2 updates, so I don't think I'm spoiling too much. There should still be a really nice amount of progress between now and my next PTP update. So here you go. This is what I am working with over there. And like I said, I want to use at least one of these shades every day. So it needs to match what I'm picking here. Right, okay. I am tempted, in terms of the Ayana, where I've got the least amount of variety, I'm thinking I'm going to pick this first. I'm tempted to go for this cool toned brown matte shade. The brown matte heat in my Pan That palette is a lot more warm toned. So I think, and the only way I use it is actually with this Ayana shadow number 5 called Glam Green, and then I put charcoal, the black matte, in the outer corner and then heat on top and blend it out, and it looks really nice. So I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna try that. It's sort of more taupey. It's looking a little bit patchy, but then again, I also just applied some hand lotion, so it could be that. But yeah, I'm curious to try that out properly. I'm gonna go with the 4th shade called Crease. Okay, actually let's look at Miami and Mint Master Luxx together. Oh, they'd certainly have a very similar vibe here. I might just go for the purples. I'm feeling it. Oh, okay, let me swatch the Essence Purple Matte first. Just somewhere else so I can get, before I commit. Here's what this looks like. That's quite nice actually. And then let's see, I'm going to try these 2 purple shimmers from the Mint Master Luxx next to it. Okay, so there's the left one here and then the right one here. Oh, they're both really nice. Hoping you can see some of that properly. So this one is called Rain, and then this one is called Major. They are so lovely, quite dry, especially Rain, which is this one here, which is sort of almost duochrome-y. It does have like some sort of champagne-y reflex in there. I like that. And it's a little bit more sort of lavendery-ish, whereas this one is definitely more pink, more mauvey, but just also so lovely. Or what about this more cool tone purple? Let's swatch that as well. Oh, this is a lot more buttery. Like a really lovely sort of silvery purple shimmer. Oh, I wish I could just pick all 3 of these. No, that's too much. Okay, let's not be ridiculous. Or should I go for this sort of powdery pink, rosy matte here that has definitely got a little bit more use on it already, which would, you know, make it easier for me to hit my goal. I'm gonna commit to this purple here from the Essence Welcome to Miami. It doesn't have a shade name, but I think that's gonna be nice. And yeah, I think that could look really nice with that topper shade here as well. All right, nice one. I'm gonna go with this one here just because I've got 2 pink shimmers in my Expand Those Pan series right now, just for usage go on those 2. But, and also this one seems more buttery. I think, yeah, again, it'd be more fun to wear it, to apply it. Yeah, where, you know, I've already got like a really dry shimmer shade here. So I think this will be more fun. And I have to say, I'm really happy with this new color story compared to the one that I had previously. I'm hoping I'm gonna have Pan in Dominate. So that's this XX Revolution shadow here at the bottom. I think that's definitely doable. And I'm just gonna try these two out, and if they're really like horrible in terms of, you know, too patchy or I can't really work with them, I mean, yeah, the swatches, but maybe it's the hand cream, fingers crossed. But yeah, if they're not working for me, I don't find myself reaching for them. I may veto one of them next time. But other than that, hopefully I can make some really good progress on the So Jaded shadow here as well for the next update. Maybe Pan. Yeah, maybe we'll have 3 rollouts again next time. That would be so amazing, and I'd be so happy. So that's it for me for this update. Thank you so much for watching. I hope all of your projects are going really well. I hope you're finding lots of joy in your makeup collection. Hope you're having lots of fun with all of your eyeshadows. Let me know down below what your favorite current eyeshadow palette is, whether it's a new one or an old one. Maybe you've rediscovered something in your collection. Let me know. Is there a color you're really looking forward to wearing over the coming months? And other than that, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night, wherever you are, and I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.